Welcome to the CIA course. The main purpose of having this course is basically to give you an idea of what is basically the course content of the entire part 1, part 2 and part 3 of CIA exam. I will try to make these presentation very short and precise, and my main focus is to give you an idea of the key concepts based on my practical experience and based on my professional and academic qualification. So let's begin quickly with the overview of the entire course and what is the key course content of the part 1 exam. So basically this is a brief summary of my profile. I have almost 15 years of experience in internal audit, risk management, corporate governance, compliance related area, and I started my career with the Big Four and work in many multinational companies. In terms of qualification, I'm a graduate from Oxford Brookes, postgraduate from University of London, and have approximately some around more than 10 professional qualifications. So this is a brief snapshot of my profile and my competence and expertise from where I'm trying to give this course or to make this course in a very easy to understand manner. So let's begin with the introduction. So basically, who needs a CIA qualification? In order to become an internal auditor, you need to have qualification similar to a doctor. The doctor needs an MBBS or an MD degree. Similar to that, to become an internal auditor, one of the key prerequisites or one of the most desired qualification among all other qualification is CIA, which stands for Certified Internal Auditors, and the body which grant you this certification is the Institute of Internal Auditor. It has more than 170 members throughout the world, and this institution or this body does not only provide you with CIA qualification, but they have other specialty certification that you can embark to further strengthen your career. Some of the qualifications IIA provides are CCSA, Controlled Self-Assessment, Certificate in Risk Management, and QIAL. These are the most desired certifications or qualification in the domain of internal audit and risk management. The CIA course in itself comprises of 3 parts and it has 3 exams. So to qualify each part, you have to appear in an exam and you have to pass that exam. So for part 1, there are some around 125 MCQs and the exam duration is 2.5 hours. For part 2 and part 3, both the MCQs are 100 MCQs, comprised of 100 MCQs, and the exam duration is 2 hours. In order to enroll in the exam, basically you have to register yourself online by going to the main IIA website. The website is theiia.org. There you will find one icon where it is mentioned that certification. So you click on that. Then new to the certification, you will click on that icon. And then there will be multiple choices of certifications which is being provided by the IIA. So for our purpose, we are concentrating right now on CIA part 1. So you will just click on CIA. And once you click on, then there is another icon which will appear, get started now. And once you do that, it will take you to the CCMS. And in CCMS is basically it will be in your online account where you will pay your registration fee for the IIA membership, and then you will pay your each exam fee there if you have any queries. So it's basically your account similar to Gmail or any other account. So it is an account with the IIA where your all activity will be being you will perform, and you can see your profile and everything and your pass or fail status as well, and also you can later on, once you qualify, you can account for your experience as well. So this is a simple way, and it is very easy to get registered with the IIA. In terms of fees, as of 2022, there is a application fee which you have to pay, which is 115 for those who are registered member of IIA. And in order to become a member of IIA, you have to again pay a fee. If you are not a member of IIA, then there is a higher price that you have to pay. And just in case if you are a student, then there is a discounted fee, that application fee that you can pay. For each exam, there is a different amount. For part 1, it is $280 US dollars. For part 2 and part 3, it is 230 for each part, which you have to pay. Just in case if you fail in the exam, again you have to pay for the exam fee, but the application fee is one time. So in order to okay, what is the passing percentage? The passing percentage for 2021, which is last year, it was 43%. So out of 100 people, only 43% generally pass part 1. And even if you look at for part 2 and part 3, so it falls somewhere in 40. So generally it is like in within 40% is the passing percentage. The passing score is relative marking, and in part 1, out of 120 MCQs, if you correctly answer 100 and 100 plus, then you will be passed. So it is relatively around 70% or something. So you need to score 600 plus, and which approximately become like 105 and something. So any good number of MCQs which are correct out of 125, and if it is 100 plus, then it is most likely that you will pass the exam. So in terms of entire syllabus and what they basically assess, one thing you have to keep in mind that in IIA, whichever topic is covered in the exam syllabus, they ask for two kind of proficiency: either a basic level of understanding from the candidate, or a proficient level of understanding. The easiest way of understanding is that whether your concepts are clear or not is something which is covered in the basic level, and proficiency is where you should be also able to apply those concepts in a practical scenario. So this is how you can distinguish between basic and proficient. And in the part 1, you have basically 6 units. And how these are 6 units, basically it is they divided the entire course into 6 units, and under each unit there are then subtopics. So if you look at in Foundation of Internal Audit, there are 4 topics. So for one topic you just need to have a basic level of knowledge, which means the basic understanding of the concepts. And 3 topics where you should not only know the concept, but also you should be able to apply. So in the MCQs, they might give you some kind of a scenario or a case where you have to opt the right answer. So this is what it means in terms of basic and proficient in the area. Then there is a division that how much each unit comprises of in terms of 100% of the syllabus, and from that we can derive how many MCQs will appear in the exam. So let's say from the unit 1, Foundation of Internal Audit, out of those 4 topics, approximately 19 MCQs will be coming in the exam. And similarly in the second unit, Independence and Objectivity, there will be again 19. So so on and so forth. So the total is 120, but approximately I just use the MCQs. So it is important to understand the exam structure to ensure that you pass in the first attempt. So here is a brief snapshot of what part 1 syllabus comprises of. This is my way of putting these all topics under one structured graph. So there is a room for disagreement. So basically, as per my understanding of the entire part 1 syllabus revolve around governance, risk and control, and compliance. So what constitute governance? These are the matters which are related to internal audit, its definition, different concepts, independence, objectivity, proficiency, and due professional care in CPDs, which is continuous professional development. What are these things? We will detail we will have a detailed presentation on each unit, where we will cover this all topics. In terms of risk and control, the risk is one of the prominent area where we will be discussing about the concept, framework, the role of internal audit and risk, fraud risk, and what are the key red flags of fraud. So these are the areas which will be covered under risk. In terms of control, what are the types of control, application of how you can apply those controls, efficiency and effectiveness, how you ensure that that is something which we will be covering as well. In terms of compliance, there are different models which we will try to be familiarized with, and some of the concepts or models we have to apply as well. So in terms of compliance, also constitute that what are the key governing documents that we have to be in compliance with as an internal auditor. So we will be talking about all the standards that govern our audit activity. The standards are divided into two: attribute and performance standards. What are the attribute and performance standards that we will discuss in the subsequent presentations and in the different units as well. And then there is also some discussion about the charter. What is internal audit charter? What is audit committee charter? And then there is a concept of quality assurance and improvement program, that how that framework works, what are the key elements of that framework. So that is there. Then CSR. So CSR is one of the emerging topic. It's basically, CSR is basically about how socially we are responsible. So it's how the corporates basically corporate social responsibility, and how the corporates are being socially responsible, and how we can audit those areas as well. So this is basically, and there are some others model as well which we have to be well aware of, for example capability model and some other models as well. So this is basically the entire syllabus of internal audit part 1. So it all revolves around the key concepts, the foundation of internal auditor, the standards, charters, what is risk, what is control. So if you have sorry, so if you have these concepts clearly, if you grasp these concepts clearly, then you will be able to apply these concepts in your, not only in your day-to-day exams, but also it will help you to pass the exam as well. So this is the end of the introduction slides for the CIA part 1 exam. In the subsequent videos, I'll be taking you through each unit. The resources which I have used for at the time when I was preparing for the CIA and for this very presentation is the GLIM. I was lucky enough that I was able to grasp the concept quickly and appear in the exam and to pass all the CIA exam in the first attempt. So I hope that it will help you as well, However, there is no hard and fast rule. You can use any of the publishers. There is Hawk and there is some other publishers as well. So you can use any of the CIA course, even if there is a course study material provided by the IIS, so you can use that as well. But the key concept and the core syllabus will remain the same. So whichever you like, you can use it. I personally preferred GLIM for the reason that it was very concise and to the point, and I had strong accounting and finance and audit background. So for me, it really helped me, and I was able to grasp the entire part one concepts within 2 weeks time and appear in the exam, and I was lucky enough to pass each part with 2 weeks preparation. So I wish you good luck with your IIA exam and hope to see you in the next video.